Hello beautiful yogis, my name is Theodora and today we are going to do a sunrise practice. So we are going to start in a standing position today. Now always modify and adjust as you need to as we go along. So if you need to take a rest, we are trying to amp up our energy and connect our mind, our body and our breath as one. So get nice and comfortable onto your mats. Come towards the top of your mat. We first ground our energy. So relax your arms down, palms face forward. Tuck your tailbone under. Close your eyes. Just let the surrounding noise bring you to a stillness. Now, gently close your lips. Lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Reaching your fingertips down. As you reach the crown of the head upwards and feet grounding into the earth. Draw the chest back, shoulders back. And just take a few deep breaths here. So feel energy or blood flow traveling from your feet up to the crown of your head, up towards your eyes, to your nose, to your mouth, and then down back to your fingers and back down towards your heart, and just keeps moving around. Keep lifting tall. We're going to take one more big deep breath in through the nose. Breathe it out through the mouth. All right, open those eyes. Bring your arms to the sky, palms together. Keep that belly button in. As you exhale, forward fold. Keeping your knees bent, relax your arms down onto the shin bones. Let's lift the head halfway, shoulders back, belly in. As you exhale, forward fold. Head towards the mat. Breathe it in, halfway lift, shoulders back. And exhale, fold. So we're just loosening up the back here. Let's take one more round. Breathe it in, head forward. Exhale, release, forward fold. Right, release your hands down, fingertips onto the mat. Walk your feet about shoulder width, maybe as wide as your mat. Keep your knees bent. We're going to keep the left hand onto the floor. Bend even more into your left leg, straighten the right. Lift your chest up halfway. Open right arm to sky. Maybe take your gaze towards your fingertips or to where your neck allows you to go. Breathe. So you start off nice and gentle. Right, inhale, release back down to the floor. Good. Now bend your right leg. So shifting your weight over to the right, right fingertips onto the floor and open up towards your left. Sometimes if you're a little bit tight through your legs, you might need to take your feet wider. And you pulling your weight back so there's not too much discomfort on the knee. All right, release back down. We're gonna do one more round to each side. So left knee bent, open up the right side. Again, try and look towards the fingertips. Breathe. And release. Let's do one more over to the left. Keep the spine tall and the chest open. A bit of a spinal twist here. Nice chest opener, helping to open up those shoulders. All right, release, come back down to center. Hands flat onto the mat. We're gonna step our feet back into plank. Try to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Now, plank can be a bit much first thing in the morning. So if you need to modify as your strength builds, drop your knees down. Especially if you have any back issues, I would advise just keep the knees floor until your core gets stronger. So contract your buttocks, keep the head forward, keep your belly button in. 3 more breaths. Nice work. Lower the knees down. We're gonna lower the chest onto the mat, keeping the elbows in. Relax your feet. As you breathe in, lift the chest just a little bit off the mat. Shoulders draw down. We're going to be nosy and look over one shoulder towards the back of your mat. Back to center and look over to the other side. Good, let's do that one more time each side. So keep breathing. Look as far around as you can. Both sides. And once you're complete, tuck those toes under. Let's press back. Downward facing dog. Now, with it being the first downward facing dog, let's walk the feet in place, lifting one heel up and down at a time. Let your head relax. And keep the shoulders relaxed as well. Continue to breathe. Continue to soften. So just stretching out the back of the legs, awakening the feet here as well. Good. One more breath. Now, if you are doing this practice in the morning, again, it doesn't really matter. Just know that you will be a little bit tighter first thing in the morning as opposed to later on in the day. All right, press both heels down, look between the hands, bend your knees. Let's walk the feet towards your hands or the top of your mat. And from here, forward fold, releasing your hands down either onto the mat or the back of the legs. We're gonna look straight ahead, open the arms wide, come up tall, big deep breath in, palms together. Tuck that tailbone, exhale, release, hands back down to heart center and then by your side. Okay, so that is first round. We're gonna do a few rounds and we're gonna add some variations as we go along. So stand nice and tall. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe it in, bring your arms up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands onto the shin bones. Look ahead, shoulders back. Hands to the mat, we step back into plank. Hold your plank. Belly button in. Take one more breath. And then lower the knees, lower the chest. Lead with the chest, not with the hips. As you breathe in, lift up into your cobra. Again, we're going to do one more round of looking over each shoulder 2 times. And stretching the eyes as you look towards the corner of your mat or the room or wherever you're able to look. Okay, once you complete, back into downward facing dog. Again, you're more than welcome to hold your down dog or walk your feet in place. Keep pressing the chest back. One more breath. Good, look forward, bend your knees. Again, we walk it towards the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Look ahead of you, take your arms wide, big deep breath in. Reach up tall, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, sorry, hands to heart center, release your arms down. I'm one step ahead. Big deep breath in, palms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. All right, we're gonna do one more of our little twist that we did earlier. So walk your feet out, bend your left leg and open right side towards the sky. Pushing your hips back. Release back down. Let's now take left arm to sky, right knee bent. Breathe. And release. One more round each side. So wherever you feel tension, breathe through that. And release. Last one. Open up. Breathe it in. Don't worry too much if your left is the right and the right is the left, as long as you are alternating. And release back down. Hands flat. We step back. Plank. This time we go straight down into chaturanga. You can do as we did earlier from knees or full chaturanga. Make sure your body's nice and strong. Lift up into cobra. Hold your cobra. Elbows in, shoulders back. Squeeze and contract your buttocks. Keep the shoulders down. One more breath. And step back into downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. We're going to step right foot through the hands, then the left. Forward fold. Look ahead of you, big deep breath in, mountain pose, reach up high, palms together, hands to heart center, and release down. Okay, so next pose is going to be chair pose. Take your feet slightly apart, especially if you have any knee issues. We're gonna start with hands to heart center. Tuck that tailbone under. As you breathe out, sit back into chair. So I like to have my knees behind my toes. That just makes sure I'm using my glutes more than my knees and quads. Hands to heart center is one variation. You can bring your arms into a goalpost position as a second variation, or if you'd like, reach the arms up. Palms may facing a bit more towards the sky. Keep your head long as a third variation. Reaching the tailbone back as you lift the chest tall. Keep breathing, holding your pose. One more breath here. Good, release your hands down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Hands to the mat, we step back, plank. Chaturanga. Open up into your cobra, we hold again. Keep lifting, crown of the head, opening up the chest. And exhale back into downward facing dog. One more breath. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Left foot comes forward this time. Then your right. Exhale, forward fold. Big deep breath in. Reach it up high, palms together. Exhale, release, hands down by your side. Well done. Let's take the feet wide. Let's come into some hip circles. Breathe. And change directions. Good. Right, one of my favorites, awakening of the feet. So arms can be down or by onto your hips. You keep the feet close together, feet facing forward, and rising up and down through the balls of your feet, back down onto the heels. Okay, so great if you're always on your feet, just standing at work all day, or perhaps you're just running around, or you're actually a runner, an athlete. So this would really help you to strengthen the arches of your feet, your calves, your Achilles tendon. This would have helped me a lot if I did that more during my days training and competing. All right, let's go into ankle rolls, 5 to 7 circles each direction. So this is great to help activate opposite sides of the brain. So right side of the body is connected to left side of the brain, and left side of the body is connected to right side of the brain. All right, so about 5 circles each way. The more that you do this, the greater the benefits. And if you feel one side is a lot more dominant than the other, as you continue to do this, this will shift. Okay, we're just rewiring. Nice work. All right, release, shake those legs out. Take your feet about shoulder width apart. So a couple of variations depending on how tight your back is this morning, and of course down your obliques. So option 1, you are going to place your hand onto your hip. You're going to reach one arm up, press the hips out to the side and stretch over. So that's variation 1. Variation 2, very similar. You just reach the hand down and extend. And then 3, it's a little bit more intense. Maybe you're not able to see this on the camera. So pistol grip your hands. You're going to reach up high and you're going to reach over to one side. So just go into the variation. So option 1, hand onto the hip. 2, slide the hand down the leg. Or 3, palms together. So off you go. Lengthen. So breathe it in as you come back to center. Breathe it out as you reach over. So good. Keep the arms by your ears if you are going for that full extension. Good, just 3 each side. Back to center and release your arms. Let's go into some shoulder rolls. Again, we're loosening everything up. First thing in the morning or mid-morning. Good. All right, so both directions with your shoulders, and once you complete, we're going to take the feet much wider into a wide stance. We're going to start with warrior two. So turn your right foot out to the side, left foot stays parallel. Open the arms out wide. Big deep breath in and exhale, bend into your warrior. Make any adjustments as you come into the pose. Now you don't have to go as deep as I am. So if there's any knee pain or your hips are quite tight, just come up higher as things start to open up. Breathe. Good, holding strong. We're going to take one more breath here. Flip your right palm up. Slide your back hand down the leg, reach it up, reverse your warrior. Breathe. Keep lifting and lengthening. Nice work. Release the forearm onto your thigh. We're going to extend the left arm over your ear and reach the fingertips forward. Now here, you can look to the floor for any neck discomfort. Look ahead or up to the sky. Take one more breath. And big deep breath in, reverse your warrior. Strong through the legs, tall through your spine. Next inhale, release. Exhale, forward fold, extended side angle. Breathe. And one more time, reverse that warrior. Big deep breath in, reach it up. Exhale, lengthen. One more breath. And final, extended side angle. Now you might feel a little bit looser by third round, and your hands can come a little bit closer towards the floor. One more breath. Nice work. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to do a little flow. So plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Again, whatever feels good for you. And back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, then your left. Exhale, forward fold. Come up, mountain pose. Big deep breath in. And exhale, release, hands down. Okay, let's do the other side. So take your feet wide. Turn the left foot out to the side. Open the arms. When you're ready, big deep breath in. Exhale, bend into your warrior two. Gazing forward over your left hand. It is magical here. You get to hear all the sounds of nature, the Australian musical symphony. Breathe. Relax those shoulders. Take one more breath. Then we reverse the warrior. Left palm up, reach it up and back. One more breath. And release, coming to extended side angle. So reach those fingertips forward, bicep to ear, and open up right side of the body. Inhale, reverse it back up. Exhale, lengthen. Keep that left knee bent. And release. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe. And last round. Inhale, reverse. Maybe bend a little deeper. And final, extended side angle. And hands back to the mat. Step back, plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. And back into downward facing dog. Take one more breath here. And then drop your knees down. Come into child's pose. lowering your head either onto the mat or onto your hands if you're quite not able to rest fully onto the mat. As long as your head is supported. Take one more breath here. Good. Inhale, slowly roll the spine up. Tuck those toes under. We're going to come into something called thunderbolt pose. So sometimes being right back onto the heels is really uncomfortable depending on how tight you are. So you can come up onto the knees as long as you're keeping the feet tucked under. So we're going to go into some neck rolls, about 3 to 5 circles each way. Unclench that jaw, relax the shoulders. So about 3 to 5 circles each way. And once you complete, come back to center. We're going to hold. Control that breath. Lift the crown of the head nice and tall. Take one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Excellent. Back onto all fours, tap the tops of your feet, release any pressure, and then come onto your bottoms. Bring the legs out in front of you, shake them out. All right, so we are almost there. So keep your feet slightly apart, bend your knees to start with. Inhale, bring your arms to the sky. Exhale, push the hips back, reach as far forward as you can comfortably go. So if it's not the feet, you can grab your ankles or your shin bones and head in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not throwing the chin forward and you're not dropping it down. Keep it in line. Flexing your feet. Let's take one more breath. Now reach the arms back up, big deep breath in. Place the hands behind your buttocks. We're going to ground your feet. First round, we're going to keep the hips on the floor. Pull your chest towards the sky, pressing the hands into the floor and breathe. So shoulder blades squeezing together. Now you can have your hands facing in any direction as long as you're feeling the chest opening. One more breath here. Good, and release. Extend those legs back out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Again, head forward, shoulders back. One more breath here. All right, and again, reach it up. Big deep breath in. Hands behind you, make sure they are placed however works for you. So you can go with round one, as we did, kept the hips on the floor. Otherwise, round two, lift your hips up. Try and keep the knees above your ankles and press the floor away from you. Reverse tabletop. Keep pressing the floor, opening the chest. One more breath. And wherever you are, lower the back down onto the mat, knees towards your chest. Hug them in. Maybe rock side to side, maybe just hold the pose. Okay, come back to center. Open your arms wide, take a nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, drop your knees to one side, turn your head in the opposite direction. Good. Breathe it in, back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. So spinal twists are great to help loosen up your back. It helps digestion, especially first thing in the morning. Good, let's do one more round. Each side, so breathe it in, back to center. Exhale, over. Keep breathing. And then last side, breathe it in, back to center. Exhale towards the other side. Keep the shoulders down. Breathe. Well done. Back to center. One little core exercise to finish off. Take your legs to the sky. Now, if you have any back discomfort, you might prefer to have your hands just lightly pressed underneath your buttocks. Otherwise, arms by your side or behind your head. You're going to lower the legs down. So let's go lowering down. Let's go 10, or maybe more than 10. Let's go 15, 14. Keep the lower back. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. You should be halfway by now. 6, 5, 4, 3. Stay up. 2, 1, and hover. Hover those legs for 3, for 2, and 1. Release down and shake out any remaining tension. Well done. So we're going to stay here for the next few minutes. Take a nice big deep breath in and breathe it out. One more big deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Now you can stay here for as long as you like as you integrate your practice this morning, and maybe stay here in a meditative state. And always remember that you are amazing, you are enough, and you are a light. So wherever you go, shine your light brightly and be the change you wish to see in this world. Until next time, thank you for joining me, and namaste.